Okay, guys, and I think we are live right now. As usual, just give me a few seconds so that I can launch all of our streaming devices. And as you can tell, for this one, we are also staying in the English language due to popular demand, as we were told. We are actually doing this in English. And for this one, for the last presentation during the second day of Salesforce Summit 2024, we do have something for those who are experienced in the world of Salesforce, but also for newcomers and beginners in the Salesforce world. That's because we have a lot of presentations about what's new in Salesforce, a lot of things about AI in Salesforce, Einstein, Lightning Web Components still. But for this one, it's more about how to find a job in Salesforce. So as you can tell from your screens, we have Maria Śliska and Phillip Poynton together with us, that they will talk about how it is to find your first great job in Salesforce. They will take us on an inspiring journey, revealing the backstage of Maria's search for her first job in the Salesforce area. And during their presentation, they will share not only the challenges that she faces, but also her unique approach to job searching, which can be a great tip for others. And about the tips and tricks, if you guys have any questions, I will be joining our speakers later on to show them your questions during the Q&A session. So please be sure to leave your questions in the comments so that we have a nice Q&A at the end of this presentation. Maria, Philip, great to have you here with us.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dorota. Like always, what a beautiful introduction. And hello, everyone. Hi, Marek. Hi, Kamil. And to everyone that is watching, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. So let's go straight into a short introduction about us both. And we're going to do it slightly differently. Well, I'm going to introduce Maria, and Maria's going to introduce me. Why not? Let's mix it up a little bit. And yeah, I've been working with Maria for so long now that it's a natural.
Yeah, like you are living with me, right?
Yeah, feels like so. So everybody, it's my true pleasure to introduce you to Maria Śliska. It's not every day that I come across a trailblazer whose dedication and passion for Salesforce stands out so vividly as Maria Śliska's. This is an introduction, but also a bit of a recommendation, as Maria is still looking for work, and I hope that there may be some employers or managers out there watching us today. So as an experienced Salesforce recruiter, I've had the privilege of meeting hundreds, if not thousands, of Salesforce professionals from around the world. However, Maria's commitment to mastering Salesforce, combined with her proactive approach to career development, really sets her apart. Maria's journey, also documented through our Salesforce career coaching, a LinkedIn Live series that we'll share more about in today's session, really showcases her dedication to not only securing her first job in the Salesforce domain, but also to being an inspiration for others navigating similar paths. And we know there's a lot of you out there. We know because we talk to you, and we know how tough it is out there. Maria's numerous certifications, achievements, and, of course, her double-star Ranger status on Trailhead are all just testament to her hard work and dedication. She's in the process of gaining 3 more Salesforce certifications, and, she'll be proudly adding them to her portfolio shortly. But moreover, her hands-on experience as a Salesforce business analyst, consultant, or administrator, coupled with a solid foundation in Salesforce administration, business analysis, and her passion and focus around UX, UI design, and Salesforce technology, makes her an absolute asset to any team. So, as someone who rarely comes across individuals as dedicated as Maria, passionate and committed as she is, I wholeheartedly recommend her to any Salesforce employer. Adding Maria to your team is not just a smart choice, it's an investment in someone who will bring not only technical expertise, but also a dynamic, innovative approach to Salesforce implementations. And trust me, you'll be as impressed by her dedication and achievements as I am. And yeah, that's it for now. Maria, over to you.
Thank you, Philip. I'm blushing. That was way too much. Thank you. So, okay, if you don't know Phillip Poynton, Philip is a seasoned and certified recruiter with over 17 years of experience. Can you imagine? Over 17 years. It doesn't mean that he's old. He's had just so much experience. He started when he was a toddler. He's specializing in top Salesforce talent. Over the past 5 years, he has built a reputation as Poland's leading Salesforce recruiter. He's recruiting only Salesforce superstars, you know. He stands out by focusing on building genuine relationships in the Salesforce community. And that's so true. Philip is the best person ever. He's communicating great and he's doing it with passion, enthusiasm, and he's so positive that you cannot be negative when Philip is around. Philip is just not another recruiter playing the number game. He co creates, attends, and regularly speaks at major events in Poland, promoting and educating on all things Salesforce related. Currently, he's working for NextView Consulting. If you are a specialist or considering switching to Salesforce, Philip is the person you should call immediately. Apart from the fact that he's recruiting for Salesforce, he's also an active promoter or city of Lublin, not Dublin, but Lublin. And currently he started community in Lublin, right?
Yes, that's true. And I'm very looking forward to building this and growing this in the local Lublin area.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
more to come.
that's Philip. If you have not him, meet him.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's lovely. And thank you for also all those kind words. Right, so let's move on. So Dorota, if I could ask you just to share this short video, there's no music or sound to it. I will be sharing this. But it's a short video that I published at the end of last year on LinkedIn. And if you're not following me or connected with me on LinkedIn, please do. I like to diversify the content and have a bit of fun as well. But I wanted to support all the trailblazers out there who've been looking to secure their first Salesforce job. It ain't easy. We all know this. You know, I understand the current market conditions can make it incredibly challenging for those of you trying to secure your first Salesforce role. The journey might feel daunting and at times nearly impossible to navigate successfully, but I urge you not to lose hope. Stay committed to your goals, continue to push forward with your efforts, and don't give up. There's countless success stories of individuals who, were once in your exact position and have now secured fulfilling Salesforce jobs against all odds. And I have had the privilege of meeting many such trailblazers, even supporting them through their struggles. And I've witnessed, and I still witness every day, their careers flourishing. So keep striving, keep learning, and remember that perseverance is key. Your breakthrough moment could be just around the corner. And this is something I'm always reminding Maria of every time we connect and meet and catch up. So thanks, Dorota. Yeah, if we could return to, that presentation. So it ain't easy. We know, trust us, we know. The Salesforce ecosystem has long been portrayed as a welcoming space for newcomers from all paths of life, where obtaining an administrator certification seemingly unlocked vast opportunities within the Salesforce ecosystem. Also promoted by Salesforce itself through, Trailblazer initiatives and community leaders, influencers. This message was very clear, and enter the Salesforce world and a thriving career awaits, and many have successfully done so. However, the narrative, while accurate in the past, when Salesforce was lesser known and demand for skilled professionals really outstripped supply, no longer holds true today. The landscape has shifted dramatically. Salesforce has evolved into a highly complex platform, and the job market is now flooded with certified individuals. This saturation indicates a significant change. And as Salesforce Ben rightly mentioned in an article he published back in February, the era of easily launching a career in Salesforce may well be drawing to a close. Anyone who is currently looking for their first Salesforce job will surely understand and know and relate. There's hardly any junior entry-level vacancies advertised. Even junior roles require 1-2 years experience. The expectations are clearly defined. Core cloud is foundational knowledge. It's like the minimum of what you should know. We see more expectations to have specific skills, hands-on experience with products, like data clouds, integrations, advanced knowledge of flows, specific Salesforce products, like CPQ or field service. How the hell are you going to gain all of this even if you can't put your foot through the door and start? Clients, consultancies, and Salesforce users, they're all a lot more advanced and knowledgeable with Salesforce. The complexity of their solutions and needs are growing. The entire focus of AI and automation isn't making it easier. In a way, it's even more concerning, right? Will AI take over junior entry-level tasks and responsibilities? Where are all the digital transformation investments? Why aren't customers investing more in such technologies? What the hell is going on? These are just simple examples of thoughts, concerns, and questions that entry-level talent who have invested months, if not years, of their time to learn Salesforce and become job ready are asking themselves on a daily basis. Yes, it's tough out there. From my perspective, there's 35% or even more, but just around 35% less vacancies out there compared to this time last year. And last year was one of the toughest years we've experienced. We're reading and hearing about thousands of layoffs, especially in the IT industry. Salesforce hasn't missed out on these layoffs either. Have you made a mistake? Should you waste more time on learning Salesforce? Well, let's ask Maria to introduce her journey. And today, during this session, we'll hopefully come to some conclusions at the end. So, Maria, over to you.
So my journey in the actually in the autumn of 2022, when I was leaving my last job as a I was an administrative specialist or something like that. But I had the thought that since my child is grown enough to take care of himself, well, actually, it's the time that I should start thinking about myself and my career, right? Because I didn't have time to do it earlier. So I remember that I was discussing with my friend that I actually don't know what I want to do. I'm considering some different paths, and that I have already completed manual testing course, but I'm not pretty sure whether I should go on this path or not. So she mentioned, hey, but my husband recently transitioned to Salesforce, and he's a Salesforce developer from a year, and he's so happy, and that's so cool, and that's so amazing. And I was like, yeah, so give me his number. I'm gonna call him and ask him what it's all about, that Salesforce, which I haven't heard about it. So I called him, and he told me that, well, actually, it's really cool. And he told me all about the trial head, that I should start within the trials that will take me to the admin certification, because that's the beginning. And after I pass the admin cert, I will be job ready, and that's going to be like El Dorado, super cool. And that, you can transition having 100 years, being 100 years old, and it's all going to be fun. So I was, yay! That's challenge accepted. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I have immersed myself on Trailhead, and probably as many of you, I just stuck there and was doing one trial after the other. But on the other hand, I figured out that I'm not able to do it by myself. So I was searching for like some learning opportunities, for some help from the very beginning. So I found the Talent Stacker and also the Let's Join Cloud. But those were courses that you needed to pay for, and I was kind of short of budget. So I decided not to go for this opportunity this time. But I managed to get accepted in the Virtual Associate Bootcamp, run by Salesforce, and that gave me some knowledge and also the voucher for the associate exam, which I have passed. And then a week later, I decided that I'm ready to take admin certification, and I passed that. So I was pretty much happy, and I figured out that well, I'm job ready, right? I have the knowledge. I am the admin, so I can go for it. But sometime in the middle of March, I also came across the Salesforce Open Source Commons. They're making all the some sort of plugins and stuffs for non-profit sector. So I registered for the virtual sprint, as I thought that's going to be great opportunity first to expand my network and know some more people, and then that I can utilize the knowledge that I have gained. Well, unfortunately, the knowledge that I have gained was not really useful during the sprint. I was assigned to a Salesforce Indicators project. By the way, I highly recommend Salesforce Indicators plugin because it's really cool to use. But instead of using my admin, skills, I was supposed to download apps from App Exchange, test them, and write reviews, kind of the apps that are competitive to Salesforce Indicators. This was like a great challenge and super fun. So since last, the March 2022, I'm in the Salesforce Indicators project, and I'm doing various things there. Like, even though I have no clue about coding so far, I'm doing something with GitHub repo, like taking documentation from one repo to the other repo, or I will also translate some stuff to Polish because they want to do the plugin in Polish as well. So yeah, well, I also tried to get into the fantastic program Bring Women Back to Work, but unfortunately, due to the fact that I had already admin certification, I was not accepted. So I was trying to get, looking for a job, but there were hardly no junior positions. But there was Salesforce Summit last year, so I joined Salesforce Summit, and I went into the virtual job fair and met Philip. And since then, we are friends. Something clicked, and Philip encouraged me to take part in his Salesforce Superstar series. Those are like 10 minutes interviews about which he takes with the aspiring Salesforce talent. And so, well, the thing that really surprised me was that I said, of course, I will do it. And believe me, if you would known me like 2 years ago, you would never tell that I will go online or do an interview online or do a video or something like that. Just impossible. That's way beyond my boundaries. But yeah, that was like a really great experience. But that unfortunately, that didn't brought like that didn't open the roles, right? After we have recorded the video, well, magically the roles didn't show up. So but Philip told me that wait for it, it will be better, just wait. So I said, okay, let's have some fun. And I have found another a great opportunity, which is Clicked. They are supported by and sponsored by Salesforce. They are doing hands-on experiences. You can join the project, which is on the real life scenario, and you join it for like on the sprint based model. And those projects last usually about a month, and you need to complete certain tasks and deliver them within certain amount of time, and then present to the coaches your solution. So you need to build your own org and then present all of the solutions that you have came up with. The great thing is that you work within teams of different people that you have never met before, and different time zones, and just everyone is having their own opinion, but you just need to cooperate because you need to fulfill the challenge. So it's really great way to first learn how to do solutions within Salesforce, and because you need to deliver them within the pressure of time, and then how to cooperate within a team. And yeah, it's really great. So till that time, I have completed 10 projects, which means like 40 weeks or something. And also I have attended 89 learning experiences, because as well they have an hour-long learning experiences on certain subject from Salesforce. So you can also learn about like the tiny little skill about Salesforce. So that's really really great experience, but it really requires a large amount of time. So last year I have applied for maybe 5 positions, because there were 5 junior positions within the whole year, and this year none positions. So I'm getting a bit frustrated that all the time that I have spent on learning, and it's over 1.5 year now, actually, was it worth it or not? I'm in the position that I'm not accepted into the intern position, because I'm either too old. I mean, I'm not a student, or my qualifications are too high for an intern. There are no junior positions, but my qualifications are too low for regular job. So I'm stuck. And what to do? I was thinking, what to do? What should I do? Should I drop it and just go to work as, I don't know, truck driver maybe? I love driving, so maybe that's gonna be a solution. But
And
yeah, then
that's
that
very often the struggles that trailblazers in a similar position like you, Maria, have on a daily basis. And I'm approached by tens of people every day, usually via LinkedIn, asking for support, asking for, for just to review their CV. Is there something that's missing? But I'd love to help everyone, I really am. And I feel guilty that when I can't get back to everyone's message, but it's impossible for me. The volume is just too much. And I started wondering, what else can I do? Salesforce Superstars was popular, and people were approaching me wanting to take part in it. But when it came to physically recording it and going live, of course, people weren't feeling comfortable. They watched it, they weren't happy with the way they were performing, and they were a bit too afraid to publish it out there to the world. And I would never do anything if someone doesn't feel comfortable with it. So this was an also struggle, and I was seeing people just, it's not easy. It's tough. It really is. And that's when one evening I was just contemplating, and I wrote a message and shared this poll on LinkedIn, basically talking about an idea that I have, and what do you think, guys? Do you support it? And it was basically an idea of doing an experiment where I would invite one volunteer, and I didn't even have anyone in mind at that moment. Maria was just fortunate she reached out to me, and just thinking, let's do a LinkedIn live. I've never done a LinkedIn live in my life, so I was like, yeah, but just let's do it, and let's invite someone, and we'll do live career coaching sessions live to the world, make it public. And I'm not a career coach. I can only really share my experience that I've gained throughout my years of a recruiter. I'm thinking, is this crazy? Am I going literally bonkers? Am I gonna get into trouble? And I just threw it out there, wanted to see what people's reaction would be. And first time, I mean, only 35 people took part in this poll, but still 100% were totally supportive. And somebody commented as well on this poll at the bottom, and that was Maria saying, "Yes, me, Phil, pick me. I can be your lab rat," with such a huge pleasure. And of course, I was like, "Oh my goodness, Maria, that sounds amazing. I'll follow up with you." And of course, I did. So in a private message to Maria on January the 23rd, even. In Polish, it's like writing, are you serious? Are you really sure? Are you really ready to be a guinea pig for this idea of mine? And she said yes, and that's where our journey starts with LinkedIn Lives, and and Salesforce career coaching on LinkedIn. And yeah, this is a post I also shared. I wanted to share this meme of me being very confident about doing a LinkedIn live. Yeah, no problem. Won't be a problem. Everything. If other people can do it, we can do it. But yeah, we were absolutely terrified, both Maria and I. But we were, like, yeah, what have we got to lose? We can just, just make a mess of our fool of ourselves online, and let the world know we're creative and not afraid to test things out, and nothing bad with that. But then that's when an initiative started. So on Monday, the 4th of March, was our first LinkedIn live series. And what's the idea behind it? Let me just quickly share with you. So, of course, as you know, it's inspired by this LinkedIn poll. The concept is to offer real-time coaching to navigate the Salesforce job market effectively. And we're following Maria Śliska's journey live on LinkedIn. We meet once a week. And it's, she's a dedicated Salesforce enthusiast, and, we want to help. We're all helping her find her first job in this field. So our live unscripted sessions, provide insights into overcoming challenges and leveraging opportunities within the Salesforce ecosystem. We invite guests, experts, influencers, very well recognized people to join us, share their perspective, but also share what they're up to, what they're doing, and, getting some advice and tips from, people working and building the communities across Poland, but across the world as well. And our goal is not only to help Maria secure her first Salesforce role, but also to equip others, anyone watching us, our entire audience, equip you with tips on CV preparation, job searching, and networking. We're doing everything live. We're looking for jobs on LinkedIn live. We're exploring various websites of companies, reviewing their job descriptions, all live. Before I start every session, there's a long disclaimer like Salesforce always does, and that's just to make sure it's educational purposes. We're not here to name, shame companies, but we're here to really explore and take a job seeker, in this case Maria, on a very detailed journey of figuring things out and standing out. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
not a sorry, Maria.
yeah, but no, I just wanted to point out that I'm just like, a guinea pig for this project. But from my perspective, we are doing this for anyone who's looking for the his or hers role, just to see how you can do it and what you can do it and what obstacles you need to just go through to even to start looking for a job. That's it. Sorry.
Absolutely. And it's, also kind of our way of addressing and contributing to the community, and especially those who are looking to enter the Salesforce ecosystem, just like Maria. And I'm despite not being a certified career coach, I'm using my recruitment experience and inviting, really key guests to share practical advice and support everyone on their journey with different perspectives. So I encourage you to join, our interactive and empowering journey here with Maria on the LinkedIn Live. And also, there's one little detail I need to share, is that we've made a commitment, both Maria and I, that the series will continue with publication and a live stream every week until Maria lands her first job.
Or
So,
Philip eats his shoes.
or I eat my shoes live on LinkedIn. But that's our commitment together, to really support Maria in finding her first job. But it's been an amazing journey, and I want to quickly go through, let's say, the various episodes. So the first episode was like a standard, let's say, get to know. We went into very big detail into Maria's experience, her expectations, her current challenges. It was a 2-hour long session, and we had over 160 people from all across the world watching us, engaging with us. It was actually amazing. Our first episode blew all expectations that we had. We were just gobsmacked by how engaging and how cool it was to have so many people from across the whole world there with us, supporting us in this process. Episode 2, well, here we examined the varied landscape that new entrants to the Salesforce world face. We built an extensive list of job titles that Maria wanted to consider. That evaluating also her skills and interests that would be a good fit. So we got rid of, some roles that we just know it's not a fit for her, and focused on creating a long list of job titles and on opportunities that would really fit her. We also explored the different types of Salesforce employers and made use of the app exchange, in this case, to begin the process of compiling a very comprehensive list of potential employers for Maria's job search, with a focus on Poland, naturally, in this case. Our third episode was all about, focusing on critically reviewing Maria's CV and LinkedIn profile. This was, another 2-hour session where we really had some deep conversations about what should be in her CV, what shouldn't, how to really utilize the CV to get your foot in the door. And of course, we had a lot of engagement from our audience, sharing their take on certain aspects too. Then we jumped onto LinkedIn and kind of had a bit of an audit, a review, kind of looked at things which she's doing fantastically, other things that she could do better. And just from a perspective of me as a recruiter, I was just sharing my thoughts and ideas. And these are exercises that we'll be doing on a regular basis coming back to this. It's a non-stop evolving process. Our fourth session was amazing. We had our first guest, and it wasn't anyone. It was Łukasz Bujło, announced Salesforce MVP a few days before. So it was a very exciting time. But the focus was, of course, welcome Łukasz, share his insights and learn more about his approach and his advice to people in similar position as Maria. But also the focus was Polish Dreaming. This was a well-awaited big event in Poland, and we wanted to pick his brains on what to expect, etc. And then when Łukasz left, our second part of the episode was truly focused on studying, researching the website, getting familiar with all the sponsors that will be there, doing some research, who to approach, how to approach. So Maria was very busy on LinkedIn, making new connections, introducing herself, setting herself with meetings before the event. And also looking at all the speakers, the presentations, and choosing her unique event that she wanted to attend. And that was a massive experience, a very, very cool experience. Maria, in the meantime, had a problem where she wanted to do further examinations, but she couldn't afford to purchase the vouchers for exams. So by this episode, she had already 3 vouchers shared by the community. So I mean, it was no longer a problem. Now the problem is she has to pass those exams, which we're laughing about. So she's studying heavily for this. Next episode, we did a quick live from Polish Dreaming, shared an update just to the end of the event, what was happening. Maria was won all sorts of cool Salesforce swag, and made a few connections, and there was a lot of excitement following that event. The following event we did, which was on 24th of March, was just before the next event that we were attending together, and that was S-Force Day, a fantastic conference held by the one and only S-Force meetup team. So again, we researched the website, studied how to approach, who to approach, and what specifically we're going to be asking for. And another wonderful experience, wonderful event. So it's also sharing tips on how to really utilize these networking opportunities to help your job search. Then we had Krzysztof Nowacki join us, and he shared a lot about his experience, how he's building the community on Facebook, on Salesforce Careers group Poland on Facebook, is his experience with creating Udemy courses, helping trailblazers pass their exams. So of course here he gave away Maria full access to one of his training sessions, which she's now using to prepare her for her next exam. So it's just really cool to have these people supporting us, and these are people reaching out to me and Maria as well, wanting to be part of this this initiative, which I'm so proud and so thankful for. Then we talked about this is where it was also the experience for Maria to develop her skills and continue building her personal brand across Salesforce community in Poland. You know, we're constantly looking for innovative ways to make Maria more recognizable. She's already a celebrity, and if you'll be seeing her more often now that you've met her. But here during this event, she also shared a demo of her application she's created for monitoring her job search activities and all her applications. So she's created a solution for her own needs in Salesforce, which I also think is quite amazing. It was just a suggestion I made to move away from an Excel spreadsheet where we were monitoring everything, and she's created now one in Salesforce, which is constantly being evolving. She's adding more features to, and it's every episode is different, and we cover different areas, different aspects. But today we're here, right? So it's also part of our live experience, and Maria's constantly evolving and building her confidence, developing her already very well established consultative skills and soft skills. But now even more than ever, she's just becoming so much more confident in leading online meetings, in interviewing, you know, very influential people in the Salesforce system. It's amazing to see her grow, and we're all witnessing it. And I hope you can witness and join us too. Our next episode, which I really encourage all of you to join, and Dorota, if you could be so kind, maybe you could share the link to this event. Thank you so much. I can see it's popped up. So we welcome you to join our next session, which will be on the 29th of April, on the Monday at 6 p.m. Magda from Salesforce will be joining us, and the topic of this session will be the upcoming World Tour event in June in Warsaw, a massive event that we always look forward to in the Polish ecosystem, and one that we're going to heavily be utilizing for Maria's job search. So we'll be learning more from Magda. She is the event organizer for Poland. She's the marketing lead for Salesforce for CEE. So you can't get better insights than from her. And the second part of this episode we're doing on Monday will be to talk about two totally out of the box creative ideas we have to improve her chances of securing a new job or being noticed. So come and join us if you want to see some totally creative ways of approaching the hidden job market and standing out from the crowd. I won't tell you more. What I can, however, tell you is that we already have our 3 next sessions planned in advance, and we have some already amazing guests booked. It'll be Krzysztof Nowacki and Mateusz Twarożek joining us together. They've just released, it's just been announced a couple of days ago, the new book published by Pact, and you know, the co-authors are joining us to talk about the book. This is a handbook for admins and Salesforce consultants, explaining a lot of various important aspects to prepare and, you know, really evolve in your role. So we're going to be utilizing their knowledge and their insights and picking their brains about, you know, their experience to support Maria's journey. And the next guest we have booked is no other than Salesforce Ben, so Ben McCarthy. So we booked him in, so 13th of May. We'll be welcoming him on our side, where we're going to explore the Salesforce ecosystem for entry-level job seekers and the current status, how to tackle it, and share his insights to support us all. So yeah, we'll be announcing that also shortly. So it's becoming quite a thing, right, Maria? Would you ever believe we would be doing this?
No way.
We also have a private group on LinkedIn, which we also encourage anyone to join us. This is where we make any announcements about what's coming next first to our private. Here we have almost 40 people now in this group. And Dorota, if I could also ask you to share the link to this group on LinkedIn, but it's easily, you can find it easily. Just type in "Hire Maria" and you'll find the group. It pops up straight away. Join us. This is where we're building a community for those looking for work, those who can help support and share their feedback, share suggestions, maybe even suggest topics that we can touch on throughout the series. But just join us. We're building Ohana inside the bigger Ohana, here with a focus on supporting Maria. So remember, #Maria whenever you see an open position for for people who could use their skills to secure full-time employment. So there's a lot going on in our space, and it just shows a big commitment from Maria and everyone around supporting her. So to come back to the topic of our conversation, so how not to go crazy while searching for work in the Salesforce ecosystem. We've come
I
up
don't
with
know.
these bullet points.
Yeah, we've come up with
It's
those bullet points that you need to stay informed. You need to know what's going on within the ecosystem, and you need to be in every single event. If you are, but that's natural. For me, that's natural. If I'm interested in something, I need to know more, and I want to know more. So just try to really build your network and see what's going on and where this is happening. And
absolutely.
that's coming to the grow your network. I never thought that actually I'm gonna be the one who will be building my network. That was so strange to me. But today I have went through my LinkedIn profile, and I figured out that when I was at my previous job, I have actually posted 2 posts on museum exhibitions, and that was it. And from the beginning of last year, yes, last year, I have grown my LinkedIn network, and actually now I'm in the top 7% of the whatever on social selling index on whatever you call it, right? But that's really easy. That's not super hard to invite someone to your network, ask him about his or her interests, or start the conversation. If you are someone who is interested in certain position, just you need to overcome your fears and your I don't know, the blocks that you have, and just do it. You have nothing to lose apart from
Absolutely.
your face.
Absolutely. And these are very important skills for developing yourself whilst working, right? You're constantly networking, whether that's not internally within your company, it could be also with, let's say, partners, vendors, Salesforce themselves, but then also expanding your knowledge and your expertise using all sorts of information available, right? So, stay informed, grow your network. This is also about finding resources for information relevant to you. There's tons of information out there. There's an information overload, right? So, but you need to find the topics and the sources of such information, whether they're blogs, whether these are Discord channels, whether these are a community on Salesforce. Trailhead community is a fantastic place to even just to get started. But you can start exploring and really specializing and finding key experts that are really aligned to what you want to be learning and developing.
Yeah, and
And
actually, well, sorry for, but actually, it can change during your search, because when I started, I was thinking that I want to be an admin. I want to be an admin, and that's it, right? But during my search and attending to different sprints and different, yeah, like you said, community groups, events, and stuff like that, uh, uh, I'm now fan of UX design, and that really fascinates me. And I had no idea about it like a year ago. So it changes, but the fact that is really amazing about the Salesforce ecosystem are people. People are just so extremely nice and so helpful and so open. I really wasn't expecting it, and that's something that really drives me on, because whenever you are just going down, you can talk to someone and he will try to help you. People are really helpful. That's so amazing.
that's it, and that's absolutely true. And find your help or helpers. Find your mentors. Without a mentor, you'll lose track. Now, this could be a mentor, career mentor, someone who can help you just have a different perspective on your job search approach, or you'll definitely need technical mentors or people who can really help you resolve say the points where you get stuck, where through theoretical learning, right? So like Maria, you can reach out to organizations such as Clicked, get hands-on experience delivering sprints with people from across the world in a team, say, environment. So great experiences to have as well, but you'll need a dedicated mentor to support you. There's no shortage of people out there. I think what's the best way to do is to research your ideal roles, where you see yourself, where you really feel you could be good at, and find active individuals on social media and engage with them. Build a relationship with them. Meet them at an event if you're there active and they're going to be speaking or attending an event. Meet them in person. Start building a relationship with them and asking them for questions, for support around your situation and where you're stuck with. Create your own solutions. Maria has created her own job monitoring application, and it's evolving all the time. Use your previous expertise from other industries. I've got friends, and I saw Paweł Fiałkowski is with us. I know how he started. He created a estate agency application because his family runs an estate agency. So they created a whole platform. He created a whole platform to support them with that. So with a particular issue or business functionality in need, create an app with it. Play with Salesforce. It's your playground. You can really utilize that and come up with solutions for real life scenarios. Monitor job vacancies.
Yeah, but also showcase this work, because the fact that you have created something doesn't mean that anyone knows that you have created something. You need to show this to the world. Just record a short video on it, post it on your LinkedIn profile within the section of projects, right?
Absolutely.
Post
Add
and
it to your
updates on
CV.
it. Yeah, post it, post updates about it. Ask others, is there anything they think you should add to this application, or whatever. Just try to interact and don't be afraid. For me, the most actually the biggest obstacle was the fact that first I was really afraid, but then I started to get to the contact with people and to occur that it's natural that you ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more response and better response you get. So yeah, just network, contribute to the ecosystem,
Exactly.
do something.
Exactly. And monitor, of course, the job vacancies. Now, they're scarce. There's not that many. Of course, we know this. But monitor and see who is hiring. Find out, do research on who potentially you could approach to discuss opportunities. Think outside of the box. Join us on Monday and we'll share some ideas that we're going to look to implement for Maria at upcoming events, but also on LinkedIn. Come and be part of it. Share your experience, share your ideas with us. Don't be alone. Join our community too.
Yeah,
So
because there are sorry, Phil, but there are ups and downs when you are trying to change your career path or trying to transition, and all of the sudden it occurs that all your dreams and expectations can't be met because you are not in a position to find a job. So you start thinking that, was it worth it, uh, or should I just leave it and, just like I said, go to be a truck driver? Uh, those There are ups and downs, and you need to have some sort of either people around you that will support you, or find your own way. I don't know, meditate. Who was talking about planting a garden or doing some sort of things about in the garden, right? I don't know, start running, start doing something uh, that would give you better humor and dopamine, so you will not
yeah,
end up in
definitely
mental
work on
health.
the energy levels, right, and manage that. Mix it up with some, activities as well. But you can't just be on trailhead. You can't just be learning. You need pauses. You need to look for inspiration. Follow others who are better. Surround yourself with people who are better than you all the time, and then you'll start beginning to run faster, right? So with this, I guess we'd like to summarize and end our presentation. We hope we've addressed this topic in some way. Please join our series. It will continue until Maria finds a job, and I've got a feeling once she finds it,
Or
we'll still
later.
continue. uh, And yes, this brings us to an end. So if you have any questions, Dorota, maybe you can help moderate this.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation. I had a lot of fun listening to you guys. There were moments that I was thinking if it was real or not, because the whole project that you had is so innovative, but also so cool and so fun. Sometimes funny. That's really great. Okay, so I think the first question comes from Michał, who, if I remember correctly, should be one of our speakers during our conference. Hi,
Oh,
Philip.
yes.
Yeah. Michał asks, how do you feel with the theory that Poland is a country where there is much more job offers for developers in comparison to non-programming roles around Salesforce? Do you agree or don't you agree?
Well, no, I don't entirely agree. Like I would say, from any consulting background, it depends, right? But Poland is known for being, a nearshoring haven for Western European countries, especially, but also for the States, and there's growing demand also coming from, the Emirates too now, and Scandinavia. We're known for the quality of our work that we deliver, and we're known for experts in computer programming in all sorts of languages. I believe we're number 3 in the world, if I'm not wrong. So programming, of course, is a space where we really have a highly educated, talented army of specialists across Poland, and this also goes with extensive studies and universities that have a lot of dedicated specialists supporting our future talents join these ecosystems. I absolutely disagree. The need more now for consultative skills is huge. It's on the rise. I think you also well understand this, Michał. Your consultative skills are very highly developed, and I love watching you. And a great presentation you did yesterday, by the way. Oh,
That's
yes,
true.
we were watching.
Yes.
Developers need to become consultants. Consultants need to understand code. We're moving into a new era of blending and becoming hybrid in many ways. There's no chance to be an expert in everything. Support yourself with experts who are, let's say, subject matter experts in programming, back end, front end, full stack, whatever it is within the Salesforce needs. It's becoming very heavily focused around integrations, and also developers. Surround yourself by those consultants who really know the game in declarative, out of the box configuration solutions, flows, because trust me, not everything should be custom coded as a solution. Good out of the box solutions can be configured beautifully and work harmlessly. So there's a lot to learn from each other, and I hope I addressed this in a great way.
Yeah, and also I think there's a lot in your presentation. There was a lot about being open to not knowing, as you said, being open to new experiences. This leads me to another question that we have. What character traits or skills do you consider crucial for success in working in the Salesforce ecosystem based on your own experience? Maria, Philip, what do you think?
Maria, take it away.
No, I'm not working in the Salesforce ecosystem, so that's not the question for
Yes,
me.
you
Come
are.
on.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
aspiring. I'm aspiring. Well, that all for me, that all depends what you want to do. But first of all, you need to be open. But even though if you are kind of introvert, you will find your position as well. The ecosystem is so huge, and there are really needed people from different backgrounds and having different skills. So whatever skills you have, just try to find your way. There are like on the Salesforce page, there is on the career page, there is a test you can take to see what role is best for you. So depending on your answers, they kind of, the algorithm tells you which role is the best, which is the second place position, and which is the third place position. So I think it's worth trying. And for me, it may occur, just like I said, that I have started from thinking that I'm going to be a marvelous adminer, but I'm not pretty sure if I'm going to be the great admin, or I'm going to be the wonderful UX designer, or I might end up as a developer. Come on. If I'm going to start,
Never
the
say
sky is the
never.
limit, right?
Of course.
And
Philip,
if
what
I
are
could
your
just
thoughts?
add to that, I would just say, well, everyone's talking about soft skills naturally, always, right? And soft skills just isn't nice communication, presentation, la la la. It's also critical thinking, logical thinking, seeing the bigger picture. This comes with maturity. This comes with experience. This comes with failures. And you have to go through it all if you want to really be providing advice on these strong consultative skills. I would say Salesforce, an environment where you will never get comfortable. It's always changing. Even Salesforce, 3 times a year, they change releases, right? And all upgrades to all the sorts of functionalities. Once you become used to something, it's time to already start thinking, okay, what's next? Because it's all about learning, unlearning, and learning again. And now with the whole AI, automation, and data cloud revolution that's coming slowly, Salesforce is really hyping it as, now it's still at infant, let's say, level. It's going to grow. The demand's going to be huge. It will definitely change the way we work and operate. Uh, it's good to be part of it. It's good to follow and find your place within this space as well.
I really like the fact that you summed this up this way, because this is a very great introduction to an answer to the next question. I think I know this user who sent this to our inbox. I think I remember you from our previous conferences. Here I am, says the user, finally deciding to quit my job in education and join the IT world, and everyone is saying IT is over. I was thinking of Salesforce. Are there specific areas in the Salesforce ecosystem that you see particularly promising for future candidates? So, should they give up their hope and quit? I don't think that your presentation was about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't quit, don't quit yet. I would strongly advise not to quit. Just add more drive for learning Salesforce if this is a choice. First of all, ask yourself, why Salesforce? Do you have friends who work in it? Do you have the support that can get you started in exploring Salesforce, not alone? Because if you're just going to commit to Trailhead, it's an amazing platform. It's one of the best with gamification, and really, can dive deep into certain aspects, but you will get lost very quickly. You'll get confused. And without having support of someone experienced who can guide you and support you on that journey, you most likely won't succeed. Sadly to say this, alone. But that's the cool thing. We've got the communities all around the world, very active in Poland. You will never be alone, but you need to go out there. You need to find people. You need to build your tribe. You need to ask for support. No one will do that for you. And the world of business is as brutal as that as well. Don't expect anyone to assume you don't know something. Until you tell them you don't know it, you need support. No one will come to you for your rescue. You need to learn that very fast. I would not quit your job in education. I would explore education cloud. It's a big thing in the States. It's a huge solution that's driving a lot of very successful businesses in the education space. With a background in education, there's no one better who can understand the challenges that companies face in this area. There's companies, consultancies in Poland that specialize also in implementing education cloud. Research, read, find out, connect, and explore that journey. And I would say you're a lot more employable when working than not working. And I think Maria knows
That's
this
true.
firsthand.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, so we're not
Definitely.
quitting our job and just switching everything and giving ourselves time. We're trying to connect the two, right? We're
I would
working
say so, yeah.
plus,
I would say I would never advise anyone to quit their job to focus now in this current market in looking for Salesforce jobs from entry level.
That's great advice. I think more of that you can find at the group that Maria and Phil were talking about. Find the link to the private LinkedIn group in the comments. I already put it in the comments so you can find it. And this, I think, concludes our presentation, our hour, because, yeah, we've got 1 minute left. So thank you guys so much. Maria, everyone in the comments is saying they are keeping their fingers crossed for you.
Thank you.
And that you're a great person and everyone's rooting for you. So I guess it's just a matter of time. I will be very happy to see your success story, maybe during our next S4 Summit. I really hope to. And
I
also,
hope so too. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much. And also, Phil, thank you so much once again for all your tips and tricks. As usual, you join us every time during the conference and give us very, very important insights to this Salesforce world from the other side, from the recruitment side. So thank you so much for joining us. And this actually is the end of the second day of S1st Summit 2024. We'll be meeting you guys here again at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So please be sure to join us. And also, please let me remind you that if you have some free time, join our virtual booths of our sponsors. I think you guys will be there too also, right? In the booth.
Yeah,
too.
please join. It'll be me and Jarek representing NextView. Tomorrow we'll be there. Please come visit us. It'll be great to connect and get to know you better.
Thank you once again. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.